something I've seen that contributes a lot to how someone's training cycle goes day to day, week to week, month to month. From lifting in powerlifting gyms as long as I have, training out of state in different powerlifting gyms, and also coaching lifters. One of the biggest problems I see, something that really affects people's training day to day, week to week, month to month, they go to the gym and they're just looking to see what that day has to offer them. They're waiting for the weight to show them how the day is going to go. It's almost like they're putting it in the hands of the bar. Nobody goes in with this attitude that I'm going to crush it. Like, today's going to be the day. I have this amount of weight for this amount of reps and it's going to move. Or the coach said I get to swing, I get to go for a single today. Or I've been doing specialty bars for, X amount of weeks, and now it's time to get to a straight bar and see where I'm at with the straight bar. Or it's time to I have a tester today. We've been doing, a couple months of builders, and now it's my tester. I'm going to see where I'm at. And so many people just go to the gym and wait to see what the gym has to store for them. They're just anticipating that the weight is going to move. Like, there's no internal drive. There's no responsibility or accountability. They're just going to the gym and they're just waiting to see what it has to offer them. And it's that lack of, it was just accountability or responsibility, but they're just leaving it up. It's almost like they're leaving it up to somebody else. They're leaving it up for the weight to tell them how the training session is going to go. They haven't decided in their head, this is going to be an awesome training session. This is going to be awesome. I have this weight for this amount of reps and it's going to fucking move. And with that mindset, you have responsibility, you have control. It's completely on you 100%. And you'd be surprised how much better a training session will go. Even on days when you're tired and you might not be, physically capable of as good a day as you should be. But if you go in there with that attitude that this is what I have to do and it's going to move, it's going to work, I'm excited, I'm going to go in there, I'm going to move this weight. Just that mentality alone will trump so many other things. But you could go into the gym for a training session and you're primed, your body's ready to go, you're fresh, you're strong, but you go into it just thinking, I'm just going to see what the weight has to offer me today. And some of your warm-ups might not move very fast, and you might get discouraged because your warm-ups aren't moving as fast as they should be. And all that really tells you is just you're not warm yet. That doesn't necessarily say that the lift is going to go bad. It just means that you're not warmed up yet. But they go through their warm-ups and it's, it could be better. And then they just get stuck in that rut of it could be better. And they've totally left the whole process of how that day is going to go. They just leave it up to chance. It's just not even in their hands. They're just kind of ho-hum, it's time to train today, and there's no responsibility or accountability as to how the day is going to go. You have to take charge of that. It's your training session, it's your day, it's your month, it's your meet prep. No one else, not the bar, not your training partners, nobody else is going to give you that. Nobody else has that control but you. You are in complete control of your destiny. You could either have a horrible training session, a horrible training cycle, a horrible meet prep, or you could have an amazing meet prep. And the bulk of how, the majority of how that is going to go is on you. There are so many training days where you shouldn't be strong, you shouldn't be good. But if you go in there with that positive mindset, I'm going to kill it today. These weights are going to move. I have this prescribed weight set rep range and it's going to move. And if you go in just already knowing, excited that this is going to move, you'd be surprised, what you can overcome. But if you just go into the gym, ho hum, I got these sets and reps, I guess, I guess we'll find out. We'll play it by ear. We'll see how it feels, instead of going and saying, this weight's gonna fucking move. I've got weight to do. I've got a job to do. This meet prep is gonna be awesome. So until you take that accountability, there's gonna be so many stones left unturned. There's gonna be so much potential left at the wayside until you take that responsibility, that accountability, to where it's gonna go today. I don't care how I feel, it's gonna go. Obviously there's going to be those days where you literally don't have it, but they're going to be few and far between, and that's completely up to you 100%. If you don't take responsibility, you're going to have more of those days where the weight just decides for you how the day's going to go, and the weight's not going to do you any favors. It's not going to meet you halfway, you know what I mean? There has to be that level of control and accountability on yourself, and you have to go in there thinking today's going to be a good day. And if you start going into the gym with that attitude, you'll be surprised how many days turn into good days and how many bad days start to, kind of be in your rear view.